Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to We Are Well with My Soul Expressions. And we have a Facebook group on Facebook called Well with My Soul Expressions Church with No Walls, because we're all about worshiping the Lord. So I have watched several videos on how to make the perfect envelope with the We Are Memory Keepers punch board. And I got some that were flipping and flopping and turning and doing this, and they were not coming out at all. I can show you. See this little ink? That's not the proper measurements. So what you need to do is follow the directions. The directions say select a card size, which I did. I selected 4 by 8.5, which is this size, because I am making a project. And so then it says cut your paper at 10 by 10, which I did. I cut my paper exactly 10 by 10. Then it says to 3.5 is where you need to put your paper. Up here, 3.5. Now, if you read these directions, it says trim paper to correct paper size. Align left edge of your paper to the score line measurement, which was 3.5. Okay. Then it says punch and score. Rotate paper 90 degrees clockwise. Okay. Align score mark with score guide. That is this right here. Score guide. Repeat steps 4 and 5 for all 4 corners. Round your corners with reverse punch, fold and glue. So, and it says your envelope will have 1/8 of an inch margin on all sides. Now, I'm going to tell you something. When I put it in and I follow this, okay, to a T, it works and it doesn't work sometimes. So let's do it, and then we'll do another one a different way, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to line it up at 3.5. This is a 10 by 10, and we're going to punch like it said, and then we're going to take this little tool that comes with the scoreboard, and we're going to line it up to that score line, okay? And you're just going to pull. Now, you need to notice it goes off the paper, right? Okay, so I'm going to show you a little trick with that. If you stop right now and go ahead and fold this to get that score line and push it out. Now, just go back to where you were and put that right even with it. Punch and pull your score line. Okay, line that score line up exactly perfect. Okay, you want it to be exactly on there. Punch, and then we're gonna pull, and then we lost it, so now we're gonna take it and we're gonna go ahead and do that so that we get our score line. Put it in there perfect and drag. Now, you can then, here's your little pieces. Just dump those in the trash. It's also one time tried to make a flower out of them, and it was a nightmare, so sometimes we have trash. And then you get these little pieces that get under my tape. Okay, so now what you're going to do is get some double-sided score tape. But the first thing you're going to do is, see this score line right here? See this score line? You're going to take this point right here and you're going to pull it up to that line right there. Right there. Just perfect. Okay? Just like that. And you're going to crease that. And you're going to bone fold it like that. Burnish it, whatever you want to call it. And you're going to do the other side because sometimes the envelope ends are too big and we have to get rid of those. Now, let's go ahead and just fold up the rest of it real quick. Okay. Perfect. Now, as you can see, it is a little bit different in size. So let's measure them because I'm going to show you how I made this one. Okay, so let's measure. This one is exactly 8 3/4, which is correct. And this is exactly not quite 8 1/2. I mean 4 1/2. Little bit off from the 4 1/2 by just a tad. It's really 4 3/8. So it's a little bit big. This one's a little big according to the measurements of what it says. Because it's supposed to be a 4 by 8 1/2. And it is in an eighth of it over. So it should be 4 1/8 by 8 3/4. And it's a little bit big. Now this one is 8 1/2 by 4 1/2. So this one is closer to the actual size, okay? I wish I hadn't taped that. Anyway, so to get rid of these flaps, if you don't want them, you can just put this right up here in your trimmer, okay? Line that crease line up to your trimmer and just slice. And line that one up and slice. Okay, so now I will still be able to use this envelope, even though my slicing's off a little. Hold on. Still didn't get it. Hold on. There we go. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put our, I was looking for a double-sided tape. We're going to put double-sided tape just right here from where the rounded part to the beginning of the other rounded part. Doesn't need to be on the rounded part. Just like that. Then we're going to burnish our tape. And then we're going to pull our tape tabs. A lot of people don't know what these are called, but these are tape tabs. And then you're going to just pull that up, pull that over, and you have an envelope. Now, I won't be able to use this envelope because it's not matching this envelope. But we will make one, and hopefully it will match this envelope. So let's try. Pull out another piece of paper. And we're going to cut our branding strip off. That would be this. And then it was 10 by 10. So I'm going to go right at the 10. Make sure I'm up all the way across. Pull out my scrap. Going to do right up to that 10 on both sides. Pull out my scrap. Throw away my trash. Okay, now this is the way that I did this one. Okay, so I put it in at the 3.5 and I punched, and then see how it's in just a little bit? I'm going to rotate this around just like that. So now I've got this notch here, going to put a notch there. This is what you call double measuring. Okay. Right? So now I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do my square tool. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to score. Okay. And I'm going to fold that so I know where my score line is. And then I'm going to put this one in here. I should have done it when I started, but because that's what it says do. Score while you're working. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just do that one. Okay, so now I know where my other ones are. So now I'm going to line that up, punch, and score. Then I'm going to line this one up perfectly, punch, and score. Now, let's see what we have. So we're going to turn our ends in. I'm going to turn this in. I'm going to turn this one in. And I'm going to burnish them all. Okay? Just like that. Let's measure. It's perfect. It's perfect. So if you're going to make repeat envelopes, do them the exact same way by measuring twice. All right. Have a good day. Bye.